Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's another Tuesday night. We are on with a Tuesday night with Ben Stowe, live from NAMM 2015. Are you tired yet?
I am tired.
We've been running around, we've been seeing things, we've been talking to people. We haven't kissed babies or shaken too many hands.
No, but I'll tell you what, the size and scope of this show, and again, this is, I think, my, 15 or 20th year doing it, and so I've got a bit of a rhythm, but it's still, it's an overwhelming amount of real estate to cover, and my phone has one of those health apps on there, and I thought just for fun I would check and see, how many steps I had taken, and instead of a number, it just said, you're just making this up,
You're really not walking that far. We know you.
Yeah, liar, liar, you didn't really walk that far.
Tonight is part 2 of our Best of NAMM show. If you missed part 1, you can check that out. It is online at last week's. Go to our Facebook page, check that out. Tuesday Night with Ben Stowe. Your links will be there, but this is part 2. Part 2, we're looking at some of the cool stuff once again, and there's really a lot of stuff we're checked out here.
Yeah, no question. A lot of innovative products, manufacturers. You really team to be dialed into what you need, and I think they come up with some good solutions for you.
Yeah, you certainly did. So tonight, part 2 of our Best of NAMM 2015. We're continuing our look at the Best of NAMM 2015, and that brought us over to the Soundcraft booth. Now, Ben, we've talked about this a little bit, that digital control is becoming big in all aspects of our music world, and you found something I wouldn't have even guessed walking by what this is. So, gang, Ben's going to tell us more about this. This is pretty cool.
Well, this thing really excites me. Of course, Soundcraft, one of my favorite companies in the whole world, legendary for their mixers. They're owned by the Harman Group, which includes companies like DBX and Digitech and BSS, Lexicon, and all of those names are going to be relevant here when we talk about this. This is a rack mount mix box. Now, of course, that's not new. We've seen mix boxes before, but this one is affordable enough that even would be an excellent choice for karaoke, for example. There's models with 8 mic preamps and 12 mic preamps that we see here. Built-in Wi-Fi. We can play from the USB stick, RCA input here. We can record to a USB stick. We have balanced XLR outputs as well as TRS outputs, 2 headphone outputs. We still have 4 aux outputs, and it is really a fully featured live sound mixing console controlled by your iPad that lives in this interface. And here we are connected to this box by Wi-Fi. And these things roll out the door. I think it's under $400.
And again, everything is digitally controlled by the iPad, so really there's not a whole lot of buttons, so we don't even have to be by this. We could be over at a different location a few feet away and be able to control it.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you the ability, again, with these 4 aux outputs, we can mix monitors and that sort of things for a band. But again, I mentioned Digitech, and I mentioned Lexicon, and I mentioned DBX and those sorts of things. These are companies that are legendary for their processing. They're also owned by Harman like Soundcraft, and guess what? It lives in here. That DSP and those sorts of things lives on board in this box. This thing may be, without a doubt, one of my favorite things at NAMM.
Very cool, very cool. We are checking out the cool new things at NAMM 2015. We're doing our Best of NAMM 2015. We're continuing on our search of all the cool things. That brought us over to the Ultimate Support table here. They've got some really cool things, Ben, and I know they caught your eye because, well, you're a man who likes to live on the wild side.
Yeah, it's not that I'm clumsy or anything. I just live in a high-impact life, I'm clumsy. So we take the durability of the OtterBox, which I desperately rely on to protect my phone, and we take this same OtterBox case and we put it on our iPads. Many are full size. It's got a magnetic back, so we can see it attaches to this. It has a stand mount, tabletop mount, has the kickstand, and of course, it has the, did I mention the OtterBox reliability? So you could take this iPad, which isn't mine, by the way, and you could just toss it over there. And I'm gonna need that back. Oops.
And it's in an OtterBox, so it's perfectly protected. For a lot of us who have had the Otter cases, this is a really big thing when they're able to combine with Ultimate Support and really create a case that's going to protect our devices.
Yeah, it comes with all the attachments. Comes ready to go, ready to protect your iPad. And as a bonus, if you have a few hours before the gig starts to try to kill some time, you can play a little frisbee with the iPad, no problem. So.
A little word of warning: we do not recommend you use your iPad to play frisbee. We're looking.
And there's not like one of those necessary disclaimers.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I've got a lot of those in shows I do with you. We're looking at the Best of NAMM 2015. We continue the Best of NAMM 2015. We are over at the SKB Cases area right now. Ben found he's kind of a live sound guy at times. He loves the DJ world. He loves the live sound. And this kind of made him super excited. He's been talking about this. Ben, tell us more about this.
Well, I'm kind of a multi-purpose nerd. It's all translatable. And so many of our DJ customers also venture into live sound and live production. So when you have your digital mixing consoles and we need to safely transport them, this is a new product from SKB. It's a roto-molded mixer case, fits things like the Q32, the X32, and similarly sized consoles. Has a doghouse. I like that they put a felt top on that. We always are stacking stuff up on there, of course. It's very lightweight, it's very strong, and very affordable. And here we can see the closed case all wrapped up, ready to roll.
And I like it. There's a variety of handles on the side, so we can lay it down, pick it up, or we can pick it up just as it is.
Well, absolutely. That's one of the tricks. Of course, you have to get the console onto the table. So, you drop the lid on, got the wheels on the back, but two people can easily put this onto a table or a mixer stand and take it back off and get it in the truck and ready to go home.
Very cool. We are doing the Best of NAMM 2015. We're doing our Best of NAMM 2015, our look on Tuesday night with Ben Stowe. Ben, this is pretty cool. We're over at the SKB booth right now looking at some cases. The GoPros, huge. They're going to become a huge part of DJs, I think, in the next year and a half. You found a case.
I did. I think they're already a huge part of DJs, and you're right. I think they're only going to get bigger. Everybody I know has a GoPro, and SKB has come out with some incredibly well-built custom cases for the GoPro, single, dual. Of course, they're MI series mil spec, waterproof, just about shock resistant. After what I did to the OtterBox, I'm not going to throw this one though. But the best part about them, they're incredibly affordable. We're looking at a MAP price of $39.99 for this case.
And a MAP price
$69.99 for this case.
Yeah, so protecting some very valuable equipment that is going to be, I think, really big in the wedding market, especially as DJs are getting into more video.
Absolutely, I agree. If you have a GoPro, these cases are a must-have.
We are looking at the cool stuff at NAMM 2015. Okay, right from the beginning.
All right.
Right from the beginning. I think we're looking good. Oh, we're in the. Got to make sure we can see the lights. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at NAMM 2015. This is our best of show. And this is one from the ADJ booth. A lot of people have been asking about this because they saw some teasers, but we got to talk about the Warlock from ADJ. What do you think, Ben?
Well, it's dynamite effect. It's one of those things that we quite literally have had a lot of people asking about. They're saying, well, I see teasers of it. I hear hints of it, but where is it? Why don't I see it? Well, now you do. There it is, and it is certainly meeting expectations. Very cool effect. Bright lamp, solid price point. It's going to be a big, big hit.
And they're saying there's a 2R lamp in that thing, so the brightness is just incredible.
Yeah, exactly. The output for watt, the efficiency and the crispness, high color temperature, it's going to be a great effect.
Yeah, I'm thinking so, because we've been watching it in the show that Edgar put together, and he uses it. That's pretty incredible stuff.
Speaking about that, just how about the American DJ booth as a whole? They've done a dynamite job with this thing. Fantastic show, lots of new products. Very excited to have them in our Best of NAMM.
Yeah, for sure. So this is our Best of NAMM show 2015. We're looking at the Best of 2015 NAMM. We are now looking at an Elation piece next, because this is one people have been really excited to see. Tell us more about this, Ben.
Well, people have seen the renderings and they've seen the drawings and they've heard the hype, and it's here and it's in living color and it works awesome. Essentially, this is the next generation of the MIDI-Con. MIDI-Con is still around. This is the MIDI-Con Pro. Higher price point, more features though. It's basically a MIDI control interface for your lighting software. Works excellent with, of course, with Copy Show and those sorts of things. But as a MIDI interface, it'll work with just about anything. The really cool feature about this, in addition to more real estate and more functions, is it has moving faders. So as we go through the fader banks, we can recall our fader settings. And it's just wanted to point out that the long-awaited MIDI-Con Pro is here. It exists and it is awesome.
The MIDI-Con Pro from Elation at NAMM 2015. Our look at the best of 2015 NAMM is taking us over to the Elation booth. Ben, this is a really kind of a cool light. I think that may not be for every person and every DJ out there, but I think this is something people got to check out.
Yeah, this is definitely a step-up product. This is the Volt Q5E. These are battery-powered wireless DMX, and not just wireless DMX, but WDMX. If you saw our show on different wireless DMX protocols, of course you remember we felt the WDMX was the clear winner. If you haven't seen the show, go watch it right after this. As you can see here, it's ingress protected, means it's weatherproof. I think it has an IP65 rating. The head is swivelable. The construction is very solid. This is cast metal. Very bright. Carrying handle. Again, as I mentioned, battery powered, charges in the case, just drops right in. Don't have to do anything else. There's charging contacts in the case. You get a hold of the bottom here. It's riggable with Omega brackets and has a safety connection. These are not the least expensive uplights you can buy, but that's not who they're going for. These are incredibly well built, tremendously well featured, and a tremendous value at the price point that they are. Of course, a positionable head too.
That's very cool, especially when a person's doing some uplighting outside. You know, as we're down here in Anaheim, we're seeing a lot of trees and things lit.
Oh, yeah.
Things like this can definitely get you there.
Absolutely, and one of the neat features is these little windows on the case. Shows you the charging indicators for each light, so we can have the case in transport or stacked up. We can see that charging status for each case.
Very cool, very cool. One of the new things at NAMM 2015. We're doing the NAMM 2015 Best of show right now, and we are at the Truss booth right now. Ben, you've got kind of a neat little toy that I'm thinking you would have way too much fun playing with.
Well, I agree, but it's anything but a toy. It's built very, very well. It's built solid, and of course very important because it's designed to support loads overhead. This is the new tent clamp from Truss. Has a working load limit of 150 kilograms, or about 300 pounds. And as we can see, it's adjustable. You turn this hex that's going to slide that in, will allow you to clamp onto the tent structure and then safely support your load underneath. Now, a quick caveat, you know, sort of along the lines of don't try this at home, is of course make sure that the tent itself is load bearing and that it's acceptable to put a load there. But if it is, this is the way you're going to do it.
And what kind of things could a person hang from that if you were going to be putting something in the air like that?
Piñata filled with candy that I like.
Chocolate, yeah, that would be the chocolate. Yeah, there'd be chocolate in there. How about if I had like an I-beam of Truss with a couple lights on it? Is that something we could put up there?
Absolutely. You know, here we can see we've got our forged eye, and then down below this one just conveniently happens to have a screw pin anchor shackle already attached to it. But again, using proper hardware and proper techniques done by qualified people, we could drop down maybe some steel, a span set, wrap it around some truss, and span that. You know, of course, it's at that point you're dealing with kind of a grown-ups erector set. You can build just about whatever you need. Again, using proper equipment done by qualified people. Can't say that enough. You really can't.
Sure.
You know how I am about rigging.
Yes.
But this would be one of those appropriate tools to use. And yes, you could do truss or any other overhead structure.
Very good. We are at NAMM 2015 looking at the new things out this year.